Okay, we're live. Welcome in. We have a good show today. Happy Saturday. Wow, a lot going on. Am I the only one seeing this, or is everybody else? We got to talk on this Saturday. Holy shit, what in the world is going on? It just doesn't stop. Epstein files, Barack Obama, interference in election hoax. We got a lot to talk about today. What a lot to talk about. Laughs, number one. Lemon J, number two. VIP, how are you? Good to see you. Well, we got a lot to talk about. I don't know if it's only me. I know we got some smart people on here, but I'm smoking a cigar here. I'm watching Fox, a little bit of CNN for 2 minutes, all these news outlets. What we're going to talk about today is a lot, and it's. You see my title, my thumbnail. Elon played both parties. We know this, and I just don't know why. Well, I know why Fox is not going to talk about. Hello, Janine. I know why CNN. You know, I think Elon, Richard, how are you today? Um, Appreciate you guys being here on this Saturday. We're going to talk about Elon played both parties. So, we talk about Trump was always ahead. Not in this case. I think Elon had some up his sleeve, and I think he's been working on this for 2 years, my opinion. Come on in, guys. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday, drinking some good coffee or tea, whatever. Boy, I got to tell you, I miss camping. I'll be out there next week. Appreciate you guys being here. So, anyhow, watching different news outlets, hearing more about Tulsi Gabbard testimony and where this is going to go. Look, before I go any farther, if you're new to the channel, come on in and like and subscribe. I'm going to give you I'm going to let you guys decide on this today. I'm just going to give you some of the stuff out there. Before I do, we'll wait for some more traffic to come in because I want everybody to hear this. I don't want to have to say it 10 times. So maybe I'm going to say it 3 or 4 times. So I want to talk about some stuff that's out there 100% accurate. She's been indicted for 20 years. Ghislaine Maxwell. I want everybody to take a deep breath. This woman was a bad lady. Bad woman, okay? She was recruiting young ladies as young as 14. We got to remember this. As I was talking to Maribel, Maribel goes, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. My wife. She was bringing these women, touching them, feeling them up, trying to make them feel comfortable, calling them uneducated, just intimidating them. Right there, I don't like. And then bringing them to this creep, as Trump would say, and to the Epstein. She's a bad woman. And in my opinion, and you guys can disagree, I have no problem. I don't think anybody should be timed out on this. She's bad. She does not deserve any humility, anything. No part in it at all. Okay? Now, yesterday, Trump did not say he was going to pardon her, but he did not say he was going to rule it out. And I think Trump is way too smart to do that. If he did, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Come on in. We got 75 in here. Get your popcorn or get your coffee, whatever. Get comfortable for about an hour and a half. We are going to talk. And, I guess other people are seeing this, but they're afraid to talk about it. I don't know why. You know, every channel and every news has their right. Fox is not going to say this. I'm sure they want to, but they can't. Their producers are not going to let them discuss it, and CNN is not going to let them discuss their fake news shit. All right, come on in. We have 192 in here. I'm going to discuss some stuff here. Elon Musk is smarter than a lot of us realize. Well, we know he's smart. I mean, he's worth lots of money, and I looked into him possibly being president, and as of today, I don't know what the date is, but he cannot be president. But I think he's setting up a future, I guess they're calling it an American Party candidate. You guys can, before we go any farther, give out a few names. Is it Tucker? Is it somebody who worked for Fox before? Is it somebody who worked for CNN before? Or is it nobody? I mentioned the name Tucker because Tucker's been out there, and I don't say he's talking bad about Trump, but the words he's using. What do you think? Or is there somebody else? Is it Cory Booker? I can tell you this. You see my thumbnail, AOC? She's leading now over Kamala Harris in the Democrat Party. Yeah, AOC is now, but she's worried. Democrats have screwed up big time. And I talk about the fumble. If you watch football, fumble. I think Trump fumbled this ball. We talked about this many times, but I think right now they're both caught and they're heading toward disaster. Let me talk about Barack Obama first before I do come on in. I believe it has nothing to do with me being MAGA or Trump supporter. I believe Barack Obama, horrible president, was 100%, 100,000% made up hoax. He did it. And will he be arrested? Well, we're going to talk about that. And why he won't be arrested is because of Trump. Trump is going to keep him out of jail. Whoa, 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 whoa. How's that so? Well, a lot of you already know. You already know the answer, right? And Trump signed in, I think it was in 2024. I don't think. In 2024, Trump signed immunity from criminal prosecution, that no president can be criminal charged. So all this stuff that Tulsi Gabbard's doing, I like her. I like her a lot. She could be running in 2028, all possible. It's not going to go anywhere with Barack Obama. You guys understand that? I know everybody wants him in an orange suit. You see AI. It's not going to happen. All right. Other people can be prosecuted. And just one who I'm hearing right now is James Clapper. He can be arrested. There could be charges on possible Hillary Clinton. Well, that would be good. But here's the deal, guys. Both of these stories with Epstein, we got to remember, Elon Musk, he opened up his mouth. Now, before I go any farther, thank you so much for the likes. We're going to talk about that today. Also, I want to talk about right now today is this. This is a situation where it's a perfect storm for a third party because we got to understand, Trump will not be president in 28. He could. He could run a third term. I'm not going to get into that. He could, but he's not. He's simply not. It's either going to be Marco Rubio, Tulsi Gabbard, or J.D. Vance or some other, right? It's not going to be Trump going against the horrible Democrat Party. If that was the case, Trump would win. I don't know if it'd be a landslide, but he would win, right? It's going to be somebody else. So keep that in mind when you listen to me. I want everybody to clear their mind. So, Caden, thank you so much. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for celebrating 2 months already of the membership, and it's not on notice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it as 100% helps the homeless. Thank you so very much for all your likes and support, Caden. Thank you so much. So what we have now, VIPs in the house, thinking of memberships. I'll read some comments. I'll get back to this. Yeah, this is a perfect storm. Yep. Who's paying me to say that crap? Nobody's paying me. I speak my mind. What's up? What's going on, everybody? Latinos for Trump. Listen, guys, here's the deal. A lot of us on here, I'm early Ozzy. A lot of us on here, we talked about this like a broken record. There's really nothing Trump can do. Well, I don't know about that. Can change our mind on Trump, right? I mean, it looks like most of the people that come on here, majority, almost anything, right? I'm not worried about but I'm worried about the future. And we got the House and midterms coming up. Hold that timeout. But right now, we know about the Democrat Party. I don't think they have no chance to save their party anytime soon, right? AOC's in the lead. What's that tell you? AOC's number 1, Kamala Harris is number 2, and they have Gavin Newsom number 3. So what's that tell you? It's way early. And then on our side, there's really no talk. We're only assuming J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio. I'm saying Tulsi Gabbard. The problem is Elon Musk was way ahead of the parties. He was once a Democrat. We all switched. Not all. People switch parties a lot. I voted for Bill Clinton, but I've been mostly a conservative. That said, I'm a Trump supporter. And I believe a lot of this stuff, most 90% of it's true with Barack Obama. But he's not going to go to jail. It's going to be a major distraction. A lot of people are going to get closer and closer when we get closer to 28. Let's just say, for an example, Trump makes total peace. Let's just say that the tariffs tax work. I'm just saying they are working. The borders are 99.9. Nobody's coming over. Not 9%. 99%. We're safe. Democrats like that. They do. Republicans, all of us like it, right? Let's just say he does not end the war with Russia and Ukraine. I'm just saying conversation. I hope he does. Let's just say he doesn't. Let's say gas gets down to about 290 on an average. Whoa! We somehow get interest rates down. That asshole gets fired. We get down to 4%. We get home buyers in. Let's just say for conversation purpose, he shows signs on a better healthcare system. I don't know if he will. Let's just say he helps out the homeless. I think he will. And he gets a report card of A- to B. When I say B, he fumbled the ball on the Epstein. I think he was set up. He's not running for president. That, if he was running for president against the party we have now, assuming that no Democrat or Republican switches, he wins. But Donald Trump's not running. So if you are a conservative, or if you care, better yet, it's not being conservative. It's not being Democrat. If you care about America and you like what Trump is doing and you want this to carry on 80%, close, keep the border safe, and common sense, we can go on and on, but I won't. All the things that you support the Republican Party, and if you're a moderate Democrat, you like some of the things that they're both doing, we could be in trouble as a nation. I'm going to tell you why. If Elon Musk sets up a party and they win, I think it can happen. If we continue with this Epstein files and this Barack Obama hoax, there, and I got to tell you, I said this before. I'm surprised that Trump fell for this. It's not that Trump fell for it. If you're new, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm Sal, by the way. Come on in. I think, again, guys, if you're new, I said this multiple times. Trump was driving fast. He was in a Lamborghini. And, man, he didn't hit any potholes. But he forgot the communication with Pam Bondi. He totally let his guard down with the Epstein files. Thought that it wasn't important. Knowing that he wasn't on the list, he didn't do anything. And I believe that. But Mr. Trump, we said this multiple times, it was important to Tucker. It was important to some people on Fox. It was important to Democrats. It was important to gays. It was important to me. It was important to a lot of us. And some of us, it wasn't important. But in the back of the heads, you're worried. Here's the deal. Now, let's go back to the Epstein files. I want to go back right now because right now, this woman, Maxwell, who's a bad woman, I want everybody to remember what she did. She was going to schools. I mean, it's horrible what she was doing. It's out there, guys. This is facts. This isn't made up shit. She's serving 20 years for sex trafficking. She should get life. That's my opinion. 20 years. But now, Trump says, well, yeah, we possibly are looking at immunity. We might get a lighter charge. No, Trump, please. We can't do that. Can't do it. People will fall apart on the Republican Party. It will fall right on the lap. They will not go to the Democrat. They will fall right in the lap to the independent American Party, so-called American Party from Elon Musk. And I think he was working on this. I believe he was really fed up with the Democrat Party. That's true. And I think he came on, maybe deep down inside was hoping that Trump would just, they would just agree on everything. It would be nice. Little house on the prairie. Remember that? And it turned. The big, beautiful bill, money. And now I think, but Trump was already Elon was already thinking that. And he's got both parties right now, right where he wants. He is smoking a cigar saying, I got them. I will start this third party and I will destroy both parties. Or at least for possibly 4 years. What do you guys think? Yes or no? You think he was setting this all up? A little far-fetched, Sal? Maybe. Maybe he just, maybe he wasn't thinking about this and it just fell in his lap. What's your thoughts? Because right now, I got to tell you, it doesn't look good. It really, really doesn't. Just the words of Trump, open his mouth saying, just him, what he should say is no chance for a pardon at all. Not one chance. But just him mention pardon, Uh, Now he is in Scotland today, and they're protesting over there against him. He's playing some golf, which he should. He should relax. But again, as far as Barack Obama goes, guys, real quick, and I'll read some messages. Nothing's going to happen to him. Nothing at all. There'll be more information coming out, and Fox will make it like, and Fox will come out and say he'll have, he'll be handcuffs. Nothing's going to happen, okay? Because of one big reason is because of Trump, and Trump said it yesterday in his getting on the plane, and I quote, Trump says this. Where do we have it at here? Trump says this. Trump says, right now, he goes, Barack Obama, unfortunately, will escape. That's what he said. He'll escape with no criminal charges. However, he did say people that are working from him should be prosecuted. So that's what's going to happen. Some of these people like Clapper, maybe Hillary might get charged. Hello, Maribel. But the majority of them might get prosecuted, but nothing's going to happen to Barack Obama. Nothing at all. And 2024, Trump signed immunity from criminal prosecution. So he said it. Trump said it right there. He goes, we're not going to have this. What happened to me? Trump was fighting for all. I appreciate that, But here we go. He fought for all presidents, that we're not going to prosecute them. We're not going to go back. I signed it. So I don't care what any podcast says or Fox says or CNN says. Nothing at all is going to happen to Barack Obama. We could sit here and say he's guilty, he did this, made up hoax, interference, piece of shit, whatever. All this is true, probably, right? All this is true. Horrible president. But nothing's going to happen. It could ruin his legacy a little bit, maybe, I don't think Barack Obama was a good president anyhow. I say he's on the bottom of the list. So maybe from there he goes to the bottom. What would they put him by? But who cares? We're moving forward. And moving forward is the American way. Make American better. Common sense. MAGA. Make America great. All that stuff with the future Republican Party. But right now, as I see it, at the end of July, Elon's winning. Elon Musk is winning. And one person, he or she, could be the next president, independent of the United States third party. And I don't want to hear it cannot ever happen. We are in that perfect storm right now with these top stories that are not going away. You guys watch TV, you turn it on. It's not going away. It's not even on the weekend. It's Tulsi Gabbard, who I believe. It's Barack Obama. It's Clapper. It's Hillary. Russia. And then it's Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell and plea bargains and pardons. It's going to get worse. The only way this could be fixed is one way. I'm going to read some comments and I'll tell you. We have 789 in this today. I thank everybody. Happy Saturday, 37 likes. Thank you all moderators, Lemon J, Janine, Mike M. If I missed any moderators, God bless. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump, because I still support Trump. I'm just saying where we stand. Where we stand. Nobody is talking about this. Now, yes or no, did anybody think of this? Be honest. Don't disagree with me. Who the hell me? Who the hell am I? But did this cross your mind that Elon was setting us up? Yes or no? Did Elon just set both parties up? What do you think? Yes or no? Maybe? Yes, no, maybe. Nope. Trump's dancing? No. Janice says no. Lots of no's. Couple yeses, not many yeses, couple no's. Interesting. Appreciate everybody being here. I just want to keep it real. My thought, what's happening, it's not going away. If you're just coming in, we're talking about if you go ahead and Google right now, headline news is going to be this. First is, Trump's in Scotland because they're letting you know he's playing golf. Second is Epstein files. Third is Barack Obama. That's headline news. Also, too, there was a plane that was coming to Vegas real quick. That's on there too. And the plane was almost collided, and both planes were going to collide. And thank God, one was coming to Vegas, and one went down, one went up. Thank God. But yo, those are the headline story. And heat wave, major heat wave back east. Prayers and thoughts with anybody there in back east. But that's your headline news. It's a landslide between what's happening every day, every day. And I know a lot of us are getting tired of hearing it. But let's just be honest with each other. If you're a Republican, Democrat, or independent. Now, if you're independent out there, let me know if you're independent, yes or no. Because if you're independent, you support Trump a little bit, but you don't agree on everything. You're certainly used to be a Democrat. You kind of want to be a moderate. If you're independent, let us know. Because if you're an independent right now, Jamie's independent, yes. Let me know if you're independent. I'm just curious. Let me know. Janine, thank you. I've seen that. Let me know if you're independent. Because if you're independent, it's looking, a lot of people wanted Ross Perot. Yes, we have a few independents, not many, on here today. Thank you and welcome in, guys. Appreciate everybody. I just want to keep it, my thoughts. I could be totally wrong on this. Well, I tell you what, I'm not wrong. There's one thing I'm not wrong. This Maxwell did these terrible. We know Jeffrey Epstein was a creep, and I could say more, but I won't. I'll agree with Trump. And we know that Maxwell was a piece of shit. What she did, we know that. We know that, right? That's out there, right? She's getting 20 years. We know that. We know by information we're getting from Tulsi Gabbard now that it's out there that possibility this was made up. And we also know that Trump basically fumbled the ball. If you don't want to say fumble, we can say this. How about this? Miscommunication with Pam Bondi. We know that. We know that, right? That's out there. Pam Bondi messed up. And we know why Trump's not going to fire her. So we know that. We know that Bill Clinton was, we know that Jeffrey Epstein's been there. We know that. These are facts. Bill Clinton invited Epstein to the White House multiple times. Some will say it was just about money. We don't know. It went into a trust, right? We know that Trump had Jeffrey Epstein before these crimes were committed at Mar-a-Lago, having photos, eating, and that kind of stuff. We know that. And then Trump closed the door on him. So all that's out there, right? We know, well, we don't know for a fact, but we know that Ghislaine Maxwell talked yesterday and said there's 100 names. We don't know for sure, but assuming that the lawyer is saying this, we don't know. And we know she wants to get out. So her best friend right now is Donald Trump. Her best friend is Donald Trump. So, in my opinion, she is not going to say, my opinion, I can be totally wrong. She's not going to say anything negative on Trump, right? She's not going to say, she's probably going to say words like, yeah, Trump was, socialized with Epstein, which is true. So that their truth will come out. Then she'll probably say, we did talk to Israel and the former prime minister of Israel, not Netanyahu. She's probably going to say that. Then she's going to go on and probably mention some names, and we're going to go, whoa! So that's what's going to happen. But she's not going to mess things up with Trump because Trump's her best friend. Now, maybe Trump is playing her. Maybe Donald Trump, greatest president in our lifetime, maybe he's playing her because he's smart. Maybe he's playing all of us. Assuming maybe Trump's playing her. Hey, yeah, I don't know about the party. Maybe just mention those words. Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe. I mean that. Maybe. Just to see what comes out. Could be. And then that leans back to the Republicans. And winning the House. Or continuing the House. And winning the 28 election. That could happen. We'll see. But I got to tell you now, Mr. Trump, if he even mentions the word pardon one more time, it doesn't look good. People don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And I am a Trump supporter. 3 times I voted for him. Love him. Love everything about him. The cockiness, everything. But this woman's a bad woman. He knows that. Trump knows that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Barack Obama. I'm almost 99.9 that nothing's going to happen to Barack Obama. I would say 99.9%. The only thing will happen to Barack Obama would be some Democrats thinking less of him, Republicans hating him more, ruining the Obama name, all that stuff. But as far as any crime committed, even though a lot of us know it is a crime, nothing's going to happen. Now, Clapper and some of the other ones, yes. I wouldn't be surprised that Hillary gets investigated, and I watch out for that name. That can go, that not Bill Clinton with the Epstein. I'm talking about Hillary. Because remember, she did erase a lot of those emails, and that could fall on Hillary. Remember, she was not president. She was running to be president. She'll never be president. Her time has passed. Barack Obama thought that Hillary was going to be the best candidate to beat Donald Trump. And we'll make it, in Barack Obama's mind, he knew, ladies and gentlemen, that nobody can beat Trump's first term. He knew it. He said the best would be Hillary. We'll throw it out there. And when he did, he goes, oh my God, we got to make up some kind of story. We'll just say Putin. Because, that's when Trump and Putin kind of got along. Those days are over. We'll talk about that later on if you want. And he said, hey, Hillary's the best chance. She's not doing good. Her polls are down. Trump's doing well. American, he's winning record numbers. And hey, let's make up this story. They'll never find out. And then this fell on the lap of Tulsi Gabbard. And Tulsi Gabbard exposed it. And Elon Musk is sitting back saying, yep, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I'm on the phone with Tucker every day. Tucker, what do you think? Tucker Carlson, you want to be president? What do you think? Who else? Just for a little fun. Give me a name on either side. Who could be that independent American party, as Elon wants to call it? Who could be? He's a piece of shit, by the way. Who could be? Who can be? Could it be Tucker? Name a couple names. I'm just curious. Who you guys think could be the third? Who could be the leading candidate on the third party? I'm curious. Bernie Sanders, AOC, AOC independent. No, she's opposite. She's I don't know what the hell you call her. I don't know what you call her. Van or yep. I see a couple of Bernie Sanders. Is that the same person? I'm not sure. I see some Bernie Sanders. Jon Stewart. So the question was Johnny Depp. The question I have is if, it's only if, in 28 election, we have a third party. Elon starts it. He has the money. Who would it be? J.D. Vance would be independent? Or is that J.D. running for Republican? The question is right now, who can be on that third party as big donor like Elon Musk? Who would that be? Who would be the candidate? Who would be running? O.J. Simpson, you won't see him anymore. Epstein, you won't see him anymore. Maxwell. Thank you, Richard. Who would it be? Nixon. Mitt Romney. Interesting. I think Mitt's done, but good. Fair comment, Mitt Romney. That's a fair comment. I think people are fed up with him now. I think the Republicans would not give him a chance to go that way. Just my thoughts, but that's a good comment. Sal, maybe. Maybe Ozzy. Maybe Ozzy. Rogan. Yeah, Rogan. Maybe. Maybe. Because he goes back and forth, you know. That's a good comment. Hulk Hogan. May he rest in peace. I'm on the list? No. I don't have that kind of money. Craig, maybe. Maybe Ron. For me, I don't think. We'll let Ron. He's a great governor. We'll leave it at that. George Clooney. Now that's a good guess. George Clooney. Interesting. Kind of like George Clooney. I don't like him, but I like that comment. Scary. George Clooney. You guys agree with that comment? George Clooney. Into politics. Donated big money to the Biden. Sounds a little conservative lately. Think about it a little bit. George Clooney. Penny Hill. Haven't seen any female names mentioned. No female names mentioned. Could Tulsi Gabbard go independent? How come nobody said that? I mentioned her being, is it possible? Calm, collective. She was a Democrat. Think about this. She was a Democrat. Trump loves her. Maybe she's playing the game. When I say playing the game, I think this, my opinion, I think it's true with Barack Obama and all that. And I think justice should be served, but I'm just giving you what's not going to happen. But yes or no, Tulsi Gabbard being independent? Just to have some fun. Could Tulsi Gabbard be the independent president? Tony loves her. A lot of people, you know, I got to tell you, I talk to Democrats, like moderates, and they all like Tulsi. They might not agree on what she's bringing out right now, but they like her. Could she be playing the game? Because remember, politics is a game. It's a game. It's unfortunate because it's about the American people. I don't think Trump's playing the game. I think Trump is running fast at times. I think Trump is human. That's why I voted for him, because he's not playing the game. But a lot of them play the game. I like her, though. Attractive. The gray hair streak. Calm and collective. Not loud like me. Not loud like Trump. I want everybody to think about that. Tulsi Gabbard or George Clooney. That was a good one, too. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. My opinion on Epstein. We've been talking about it so much. Judge Judy, is she still in court? Cindy, how are you, Cindy? Now, I appreciate you guys tuning in on this Saturday. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. If you're off, if you're not, welcome in. Appreciate you doing the best you can. If you're just coming in, I was just thinking about it. I was smoking a cigar. I'm like, man, Elon has played both parties. This is playing right on his lap. He wants to be, he wants to have an American party. You know, I really think Elon was fed up with the Democrat Party. There's no doubt. He knew that they were running on empty. He knew they were running on empty. And he said, you know what? I like this Trump guy. And I think he went in and his attention was all in. But here's what happened. I think once they start discussing the big, beautiful bill, that's what went wrong. Because he knew it was hurting his pocket, but not that much. The guy's a trillionaire. The guy's got more money than everybody, right? And I think he's probably, because he's the one who started talking a yabber on the Epstein file. He brought it up. He brought it up. It wasn't Joe Rogan. It wasn't Tucker. It wasn't even fake news CNN this time. It was who? Elon Musk. He said, what about the Epstein files? Then he started talking about Trump. Remember? He brought it up. Elon Musk did. He started bringing it up. Then he went on to talk about Barack Obama. He knows what the hell he's doing. The question is why? That's the question. Assuming only assuming, gnats are in my eye, only assuming that I'm right. I could be totally wrong. Assuming that I am heading in the right direction with this, the question would be, why would he do this? Why would Elon Musk do this? Is it because he hates Trump? That he hates the Democrat Party? Both? Or is it all about Elon? That he knows he can't be the president and just hates the system? Or is it about more money for Elon and screw Americans? Is it all about Elon Musk and make money?
Good morning, everybody.
And screw a yabbermouth? Who's that? Hey, how are you, Priscilla? Are you watching?
Don't put her on live.
Oh, they don't know who she is. It's a representative from Las Vegas.
Then I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
Now, Trump right now, if you ever watch The Honeymooners, when Alice, I forget her actor's, her name, real name, but Jackie Gleason, when he in The Honeymooners, and the mother-in-law would come over and he hit that bell. Ow! Blabbermouth! That's Elon Musk, blabbermouth, because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Elon's playing both sides, no doubt. Elon's playing them both and saying, you know what? You know what? We have Don't Peek in the house. Hello, Don't Peek. That's my opinion, guys, because, again, if you're just coming in, you Google anything right now, it's the Epstein files, the Barack Obama hoax. That's it. And, you know, Trump's in Scotland, hot heat in back east, over 100 and some degrees, and a little bit of this, that, whatever, plane almost crashed. Hot topic is this. It's not going to go away. Not going to go away. The only way it can go away is this. Is that both stories, if something happens big in politics on either side, can possibly let this story go away, both go away a little bit. But I just don't see it happening. You know, Democrats and Republicans are both upset. MAGA's a little bit upset. You know, I'm not referring to MAGA on here. I'm just saying the people that I talk to. Both sides are upset. Because, you know, it comes down, if you're new to the channel, it is about the American people, you know. So, thank you, Don't Peek. Don't Peek, good to see you. Appreciate you. It is about us, guys. And I truly think Trump's doing a great job. I really do. And Trump's got to be careful. Republicans got to be careful. And hope that we can get some conclusion on a little bit of the Epstein information. I just hope to God, I really do, that there's no pardon. If Trump pardons Maxwell, it would be over. Here we go, guys. I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm just going to be realistic. If Trump pardons Epstein Maxwell, it would ruin Trump, everything, his legacy. It would destroy. He cannot do it. Cannot do it. Period. He cannot. He cannot pardon her. He's too smart to do it. He cannot. And Barack Obama is playing defense today. So Barack Obama has fallen in this trap. The best thing, if you're Barack Obama, flipping back to the allegedly hoax with Russia, and they were interfering in the election of Donald Trump and Hillary and both. Him coming out making multiple statements now. The best thing for Barack Obama in Italian is to state zitti, to be quiet. Who's ever advising Barack Obama, former president, in my opinion, second to worst. I say Biden's the worst. I know everybody says Jimmy Carter. I'm going to put Barack Obama. The worst thing for him is to bite. That he's biting back. Barack Obama needs to just to stay quiet. Just let Tulsi Gabbard talk. Let Trump talk. I'm just being honest. But the more he comes out, he's biting on the bait. Let his attorneys and justice, you know, prove him wrong. And he knows that he's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to go to jail or prison at all. What a world. And then you got Hunter Biden. What a piece of shit he is, huh? Who pardoned, by the way. Another blabbermouth out there in the yard talking about, I mean, I know you want to protect your old man. Come on. He just demolished I said this yesterday. He made Biden's name worse, and I think he's hurting the Democrat Party. So right now, the Democrats are way gone. So all we have is Trump as a conservative. And hoping that we can repeat it with a J.D. Vance, a Marco Rubio, a Tulsi Gabbard, although she could be independent, I'm just saying, or somebody else, to try to follow in Trump's steps. Nobody will be like Trump. And what's happening right now? Everybody's all over the place. Not everybody on here. I'm just saying in general. Everybody's all over the place. People hate AOC. If you're a moderate Democrat, there's no way you can support AOC. She has made it clear she don't like America. She wants socialism. Cory Booker would be the vice president. It would be AOC and Cory Booker. That would be running our nation. This is why Elon Musk and the third party, whoever it might be, could win. Because think about this. They don't want Arnold. I think Arnold's aging. A fair comment, though. Good comment. And then you look at the Republicans, MAGA. Oh, shit, we don't have Trump. We don't have Trump. Who are we going to have? Could J.D. Vance do it? You know, and that's where the third party comes into play, in my opinion. And that's where a possibility can win. And I don't think it's good for America. Do you guys think a third party would be good, yes or no? Could a third party in 2028 be good? Kanye West? Where is he at these days? Where the hell is he at? Third party, no. Pilon, how are you today? Diamond says, yes, it is good. Interesting. Nope, nope, nope. Yes. Roman, how are you? Says, yes. If you're new, like and subscribe. Let us know where you're coming in from. Third party is the question, yes or no? Would it be good for America in 28? Third party, third position? Third party will never work. Is that what you said, I think? Ranked choice voting. Enjoying the comments. Interesting topic, though, isn't it? Yes, independent party. That's the question. Would a third party? Thank you, Lemon J. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. The question one more time. Would the third party be good for America? Would it be good? Would they be able to, would it be good? In a sense, would it be good to, make peace? Third party already, the independents. Third party already, the independents. Interesting. Could be. I've said that before. Trump's like an independent. But I'm talking like, the names that we just mentioned here, George Clooney or something like that. Would that be good? Could that person, I'm not saying George Clooney, I'm just saying, thank you, Mike, for putting it up there. Can that third party have Middle East peace? Would they be able to keep the borders closed? Saluting the flag in school, men in women's, all that stuff. And on the flip side, if you're a moderate Democrat, some of the choices, I don't know. I don't have an answer. That's up to you guys. For me, I don't think it would be good, but that's just my opinion. I don't think it would be good. Yeah, reading some comments here. Appreciate you guys being here. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Don't peek. It's good to see you in here. Hope everything's good. Third party names. RNC. It is an interesting topic. Like, subscribe, and share this video. I love to put this out there. I like to hear some more people talk about it. I would like to hear people like Joe Rogan talk about this. If he hasn't already, I don't think he has. Palon, God bless you and your family. Appreciate you being here on this Saturday. Trump and Epstein. It's not going away. And what it does, and what it does, every day you see it on the news and podcasts, it really sorry, I lost the connection, guys. Am I back? South Park. Now, if you're just coming in on a Saturday, hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday. President Trump is in Scotland playing golf. And of course, the Democrats are saying, thank you, Janine, for putting that in there. Please appreciate that. And the Democrats, he should not be playing golf. Bullshit. Every president needs to relax. All of them. Barack Obama, he relaxed the whole administration. But they all need to relax. And he's not just there for that. You know, Trump puts up a lot of shit. And I think sometimes, I think you're only going to hear this here. I think he lets it get to him inside a little bit. I think a lot of it he brushes off, but I think he lets it get to him. And I think that's where he overlooks. Is that a good word? I think he overlooks certain situations. And I think that's probably what happened with the Epstein files. I really do. But I like that he's playing golf. I like that he's relaxing. And he's always thinking. I'm sure he's thought about this with Elon Musk. He will never say this. But I'm sure in a room, a dark room, by himself, not even his wife, I'm sure he's probably thinking, shit, did this guy play me? When I say this guy, Elon Musk, did he play me? And I'm sure the Democrats, Democrats have no idea. They don't even know what the hell. They have nothing else. They talk about the tariff tax will not work. I haven't heard one Democrat, no Cory Booker, no Nancy Pelosi, no AOC, none, talk about how things could be better, can work better than the tariff tax. I hear how it's wrong, but I had not heard one Bernie Sanders, old man, say, hey, hold on, Mr. Trump. We got something better. Okay, what's better? We got a plan. Where's the plan? Where is the plan from the Democrat Party? I haven't heard anything. All they do is fight ICE, encourage the protests, riots, and they discuss that they want the illegals to come here. It's all bullshit. Oh, we need them. Bullshit. Not that it's bullshit, we don't need them. Excuse me. Not that. They're doing it because they want to set up future elections. But I haven't heard anything. And AOC and Kamala Harris is the front on top of the list. And along with Gavin Newsom. What have they implemented into that can work? Oh, no tax on chips won't work. Everything that Trump, I was going to say Republicans, but Trump has put out there in his big, beautiful bill, there's nothing. All they say was more, adding more to the deficit. Oh, all of a sudden, the Democrats care about adding to the deficit, right? They never cared about Build Back Better that they were trying to do, and Joe Manchin. They didn't care about Clinton's, all the bills they passed, and Barack Obama. Where was that on the deficit? Now they're worried about the deficit. Bullshit. And they're worried about Medicaid and food stamps. They didn't care about it before. Not at all. If they cared about people, they would have gave out, back in the pandemic, they would have gave out more stimulus. Think about that if you're a Democrat and you support AOC. If the Democrats, cared about the American people, they would have done more help back then. Trump is actually coming out yesterday. A reporter says if you get any kind of money left over from the tariffs tax. He goes, how about giving to the American people? I thought Trump was going to turn around and say something bad or something. No, Trump goes, no, I like that. That's also on the news. He would give back. Trump would give back money to a certain income to the American people. So they don't care. They make like they care. I continue to say the Democrat-Republican Party is switched. So they switch, and now we got both Trump a little bit and the Democrats playing into Elon Musk. That's what you have going on right now. And Barack Obama just yapping. We'll have to see with Tulsi Gabbard. I'll read some comments here. We got a lot of little people in here today. MAGA, we got a lot of MAGA. Where's all my MAGA at? Put it in there. Where's the MAGA? MAGA here? We got MAGA. Where is there any moderate Democrats in here? Anybody a moderate Democrat? Moderate, like, old school Democrat. Clinton Democrat. MAGA. There's the MAGA. Yep. What about moderate Democrats? Any moderate Democrats in here? None? Thank you, Mike. Janine's MAGA. Jap, MAGA. MAGA. So we still have a lot of MAGA. Topaz Smith, welcome in. God bless you. MAGA. American First. Jap, how are you? Canadian MAGA. What's that? Shout out to James in Canada. Kim Smith says, forget about it. Yep. Swing voter. Kasha. Like that name, by the way. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Kasha. May be the only one, Sal. They become conservative. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. All right, what about AOC? Anybody in AOC? Let us know. Anybody here for AOC? Who's AOC? Anybody like AOC in here? Not one? No way, no way. Cheryl, how are you? AOC. There we got a AOC here. Who's that? Hell no. Lauren says AOC. How are you, Lauren? She believes in AOC. Ella's deal. Woo. Love A. We got a couple more AOCs there. All right, we have a few AOC. Interesting. Anybody believe in Hunter Biden can be president? Hunter Biden? Could he be the wild card and be the American president? Holy shit. Hunter Biden? Can he be the wild card? Oh my God. Then we could say we've seen it all. Hunter Biden and Elon Musk? Holy shit. I don't think so. I don't think so. Won't happen. Democrats are done with the Bidens. It's a laugh. AOC never. Yeah. Never say never. Right, Rich? Never say never, guys. You can never, we know. A lot of people never thought that Trump be president. Let's go way back. A lot of people, including MAGA now, and Republicans, didn't think Trump had any chance. We thought we'd see the Bushes. It'd be Bush and Clinton, Bush and Clinton, Bush, Clinton, some other wild card, right? Nah, Trump has no chance. And he gets on the ballot, and he wins. And so we never know. AOC, you'd never know. A lot of people think if she ran on her looks, she'd win. I'm still thinking of George Clooney though. Somebody said earlier George Clooney for an independent president. Kind of worries me a little bit. George Clooney, somebody said. The question was, um, my title, Elon play both parties. Could we have a third party? And somebody said George Clooney, and you can't count him out. Newsom for president, Johnny. Welcome in. Newsom, huh? Don't the Epstein files worry you? Meaning me? Yeah, sure they worry me. I've been talking about it a lot because there's young ladies, 14 years old, victims, and we need justice. And nobody's above the law. Nobody. No Bill Clinton. No Trump. The black vote is a joke, somebody says on here. What do you mean by that? Not sure what you meant by that. No race in here, guys. I'm not sure where that went in there so quick. Yeah. Let's see here. Rochelle, I'm reading your comment. Opinion on Epstein files. Yeah, I've talked about it over and over. You mean in 3.5 years they will have to find someone else to hate anyway? Absolutely, yeah. They will. It's just a game of politics. Actually, a good comment, Ozzy. Release the files. Well, we're getting closer. We'll see what happens on August 12th. Nancy Pelosi, she's on her way out. Joe Rogan for president, yeah. He did. I wouldn't say he was the number one reason Trump won, but he was a part of it. He was part of it. Anybody who was a Democrat before, that's out there, high profile, has a shot, possibly to be if we have a third president, would be one of those names like a Joe Rogan and that kind of stuff. But Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat before. That's why I put her out there. I know she's a MAGA, and I think she's honest, and she's a hard worker. I'm just saying that's always a possibility that down the road she thinks is best for the parties, if there is. Maybe she gets bought into Elon Musk, and maybe she is the wild card, and Tulsi Gabbard becomes the third party, and they win, and she runs this nation. We have a first. You all imagine? A little fun here. It could happen. Tulsi Gabbard, she was a former Democrat president, working very hard for Trump, never been bribed, smart, calm, collective, buys into Elon, he supports her, because I never heard anything about Elon talking bad about her, and even if he did, she could fit right in. First female president goes to a independent, Tulsi Gabbard. Whoa. Just putting it out there, guys. Just putting it out there. She's a badass. Ted Cruz. I think Ted Cruz had his one-time shot back when he ran against Trump. I don't. Ted Cruz is okay, but you never know. You never know. Hold on, let me read that comment. Need another business person or no politician, Cheryl. Cheryl, I agree, but that's what we need. We need a person who's about business, about, Americans, just like a Trump, maybe a little calmer. Mike M says, hey, can I just say something? Our moderator, loyal subscriber, I'm going to vote for anybody who actually lower taxes. Fair comment, Mike. High five fist bump. That's a fair comment. That's actually a good comment. All different opinions. Carlos, I'm reading your comment. MO2 says release the list. See, it's still very important to a lot of us on here. It's important. There's tax breaks for all. On the big beautiful bill, is that what you're alluding to? There's tax breaks for all, for everybody. So that's not 100% true, if I read that correctly. That's not true, what you just said about Trump. There's no proof of that with Trump or Bill Clinton or Barack Obama. Somebody said about little girls. It's not true. You're assuming. You're assuming it's true, right? So. Janine Sales. We have another Janine in here. Janine, say hello to Janine. Who's convicted sex offender? Johnny. Who's that? What are we talking about? Oh, Trump. Last I looked, I haven't seen him. Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan what? President? Independent? Jim Jordan what? A lawyer? Good talker? Smart man? President or what? Now, if you're just coming in, we're just discussing a little bit about Elon Musk could have played both parties. And I think behind closed doors, Trump is probably saying, yeah, man, why didn't I see some of this? And of course, the Democrats, they don't see anything. You know, majority of the Democrats, not all. Some probably see what's happening, but not all. When I say played, you think about it, both stories developing. That's up to you guys to choose. I'm saying what I think. But you have the Epstein, that's not going away. And then you have the Barack Obama interference in Russia coming out after these 2016. And Barack Obama responding multiple times, which I don't think he should. Doesn't do good. We all know that he will not go to prison. And I think Elon's sitting back, smiling and saying, I got them both where I want. We'll start this third party. People are aggravated because they know, because I believe if Trump was going to run again, Trump would still win. But Trump is not. Got to remember, Trump will not run in 28. He's made it clear. Anything could change, right? And I'm not going to get into that, right, Mike M? But assuming he's not, right? And another candidate runs, you got to be worried on how this Epstein all works out. If it works out against Trump, then possible the Republican Party can have some problems in 28. And the Democrats have major party problems, So then you say, okay, we mentioned a name like Tucker, George Clooney. I mentioned Tulsi Gabbard. There's a few others on here. Nobody said The Rock yet. I'm just kidding. So, Elon Musk wants that American party. The question is why? Why would he want that? Is it because he doesn't like Trump anymore? He hates the Democrat Party? Or is it all about Elon, who knows he can't be president, and he just wants to be part of a new party and have history? I don't know. That's up to you guys to respond. Bruce Springsteen. Somebody said Bruce Springsteen. The Bruce. Well, we know how he feels about Trump. He doesn't like him. He's got some decent music, though. The Boss. Ted Nugent. Yeah. It could be somebody on here. Could be somebody random on here. We'll look back and say, I remember that guy. I remember that girl. Now they're running for the president of the United States, independent. Could be. But I got to tell you, Denzel Washington, yeah, he doesn't look too good all of a sudden. I don't know. Is he sick? Kid Rock. Woo! Kid Rock. There's a name. Kid Rock. Possible. Possible. I heard he was hanging around with Elon when he had Bill Maher and President. Possible Kid Rock. That's another name to throw into the mix. I like Kid Rock. I think I would probably vote for him. JFK Jr. is still alive. Diddy. I still think Diddy's going to be, something's going to, believe, well, I won't get into Diddy. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton. She's still alive and she looks good. I was just talking to Mike about that. Dolly Parton's looking good. Nobody has more power and more money than the United States government. And if Elon can get it, and he can control SpaceX. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, Mike. Mike M. Wow. High five, 2 high fives. Interesting. Read that comment. Interesting, Mike M. Whoa. I'm thinking. J.D. Vance, Don Jr. I'm not real high on Don Jr. I like him. I just don't know if he's quite ready. That's just my opinion. First Kid Rock, Concord, Pamela Anderson, and then Vance and Rubio. I love that. I mean, you know how I feel about both of them. Absolutely. I don't know if you'd have. I think if Marco Rubio, Janine, didn't make it, I don't know how much involved Marco Rubio would be. I just don't know. I hear you, though. I'm just thinking about that. I like Vervet. I mean, there's a lot of names out there on the Republican side that are smart, thinking ahead, that kind of stuff. Harris for president, and 28. Climate Impact U.S. You think so? Possible. Josh Hawley. Wow. Smart. Good. Thinks ahead. That's a good name. Josh Hawley. President independent, you mean? You know, you got to be thinking about that because he's made some. I mean, he's concerned. He can be both. You remember he fought for unemployment too with Trump, and then he kind of wanted. Interesting name, Josh Hawley. A lot of you don't know him. Look him up. We got some good names on here. That's actually a real good name. Rand Paul. Oh, I hear you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Al Green. Uncle Joe. Democrats will put no woman on the ticket in 28. Middle J. Interesting comment. Why, though? You got me thinking, why? Why? The comment was the Democrats, not Republicans, would not put a female on it. But because Kamala lost so bad that Trump, I'm just curious in a few words. Interesting you brought that up, though. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. Yeah. Interesting. MAGA. Dustin Nunez, thanks for coming in today. Shout out to Dustin. And thank you for that membership, Dustin. Appreciate you. Now, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Now, we do help out the homeless here in Las Vegas. 100% of the likes and memberships go right directly to the homeless here fighting in Las Vegas, where I have Democrats, friends, and Republican friends. We try to get together and we agree as much as we can to help them out. Newsom what? What about Newsom? Yeah. Gavin Newsom's full of shit. I'm seeing some Harris in 28. I think for me, just my opinion, I think Kamala Harris is, I think she's finished. I know she's still relatively young. I think she's finished as far as she might run for governor. I don't think she'll win in California. In fact, I'm going to make a strong statement. I think you're going to see a Republican governor in California. I forget who's running. But I'm making a strong prediction that you're going to have a Republican in California. But as far as Kamala Harris, I think her days of politics is finished. You know, she couldn't even handle the vice president of the United States. She couldn't even handle. She couldn't talk much. So anyhow, thoughts on Colbert's show being ended? John, thanks for bringing it up. Late night TV period, because CBS became conservative. Was that John? CBS is leaning conservative. They got fed up with him. They made him an offer can't refuse. Also, I had a little bit more. Late night, it's just all finished. There's nobody. There's no City Hall. No Johnny Carson. No David. It's done. In fact, I say this over and over. If you're new to my channel, CNN is on their last leg. Newsmax will hang in there for a little bit. Fox will be Fox, but I predict 5 years, Fox will not be on as much. CNN will be finished. You're going to find your news on YouTube. You're going to tune in to your favorite Democrat podcast, your favorite independent podcast, or your favorite Republican or favorite channel you enjoy, and look at it anytime. If you missed the live, you can go back. So that's what you're going to have. I think late night's done. I think a lot of news will be gone. You'll have your local news. And that's going to be it. Matter of fact, I think local news could be on his last leg. I'm going a little farther, and that could be in 10 years. It's just where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. It's where we're at. You go on Facebook, you go on YouTube, you go on X, you go on you go on Google. You put in news today. Boom, Epstein. Boom, Barack Obama. Heat wave. Your best diet out there. This, that, whatever. I'm just telling you. Even sports like ESPN. It's on 24 hours. I see that going down. So that's where we're at. We're heading in a whole nother. I'm leading into another topic a little bit, but somebody asked about, CBS is leaning towards a conservative. That's what I think, anyhow. Trump back to Germany. He's in Scotland. What do you mean? Absolutely. If you're illegal, you should be deported. I agree on that. I think most people agree on that. Was that David? I asked Democrats and they agree. Majority. Scotland, there's a little protest over there on Trump. So what? Rat took the cheese. What did the rat do with it? Where did the rat go next? Where do rats go after? No, I got allergies. Those days are over. Next comment. Actually, the weather here in Vegas is pretty nice, Mike. Anybody who's lived in Vegas before? We're 80s degrees. Crazy. And a heat wave in Jersey, Philly, New York. It's crazy. I'll take this weather all day long in July. So I'm itching my nose because I got allergies. Mr. White, funny comment. Any Ireland's in the house? Thank you, Janine. Now, if you're new, like and subscribe. Appreciate everybody being here. Be free to interact with each other. We are live every day, almost. We do take a day off here and there to rest. But the top news is still with this Barack Obama made up hoax, and then, of course, the Epstein files. Get a job. I'm looking. You got one for me? Somebody said get a job. I'm looking. Let me know if you have one. Free market will... Barack, what was that about Barack? John, what's going on, John? Dan Bongino, sorry. Thinking about Bondi. Said big things are coming. Yeah, I seen him. I seen that. I seen that on his... I'm still upset, Dan Bongino, guys. I say it as it is, and I'm a huge fan of him. I'm still upset. I'll tell you why in a minute. Absolutely, Ozzy, yeah. It really is hitting me more when he didn't show up that Friday. I don't like that. Even though he was probably right about Pam Bondi, or they had it. You show up. You show up. So I'm still upset. Did I say Bondi? What did I say? Pam Bondi, I was upset? No, Dan Bongino. I'm upset at him. A little bit. But we're not perfect. Do we ever find out who shot JR? No, I'm still watching Dallas on TV. I still don't know who shot JR. I'm still wondering who the hell shot JR. You know, who was it? Was it the brother? Was it the wife? I got to watch that tonight. We were talking about old-time movies. Yeah, JR, remember? That went on and on and on. And went away. Great comment, actually. I know where you're going with that comment. Actually, a real good comment. Will we ever know the exact names involved in the Epstein file? Will we ever know? That's the question. Yes or no? Will we ever know? Will we get a tease? Yes or no? Will we get a tease of who's on the Epstein files? And I don't want to hear Trump or Clinton. Other names. Will we hear it? What do you think? Thank you, Mike. Will we hear anything? And the next question is, do you really think Barack Obama will go to prison for this? Yes or no? Any chance anything could be overturned? Let's be realistic. No. I mean, any chance at all they can overturn what Trump implemented? And Diane says no. Barack Obama will be face jail time. No. That's why I say it all leads back to Elon Musk, right? Distraction. Get the Democrats to fight with the Republicans. Their last hope, right? That they're making up this story, which I don't think it is. Not because I'm a Trump supporter. I'm just being honest. I think Barack Obama did start this, thinking that it'll never come up, and now it's coming up, but nothing will happen to him. And then you have the Epstein files I've talked about many times. If you're new, I'll say for the last time, or maybe not, Trump fumbled the ball as far as not releasing them, then releasing them. And here we are with Elon Musk sitting back with the cigar bigger than mine and saying, I got them both where I want them. And that's what we've been discussing for about an hour and 20 minutes. Richard Morgan, how are you? Let me read your comment. A pardon, so she will say Trump not on the files. Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like. I don't think he will, Richard. Was that a Richard, right? Richard Morgan. I don't think Trump will say pardon her. I don't think he will. Why? Is because you got young ladies. You got young ladies, their age as young as 14 years old, and a woman who did some horrific crimes. In my opinion, she should get life. But she got a 20-year sentence, 17 to go, 16 to go. If they plea bargain with her, maybe a few years for her to give out some names to let this all kind of, get some comfort to the to what's really important, the comfort to the victims, and let this kind of like go away, maybe a few years, but to let her just walk out of prison, no way in hell. No, I'd be upset. I'd be on live and upset. So I just don't see that happening. Everyone on the list should go to jail. Hold on. Everyone on the list should go to jail. Clinton, Trump also. Richard. Yeah, but here's the deal, Richard. And thank you for your comment, Richard. But here's the deal, Richard. It wouldn't be fair if Bill Clinton or Trump is on the list, or Barack Obama, or anybody else, right? Because they can be on a list. The list says they socialized with him. So the list that we're looking for is people who actually not just shake hands with him like Trump, not wore a dress and high heel shoes like Bill Clinton, who Bill Clinton had Jeffrey Epstein at the White House 17 times, I believe. But that doesn't make Bill Clinton guilty of these horrific crimes, right? Even though he cheated on his wife, Hillary, right? I was going to say some, but I won't. It doesn't mean he's guilty. And it doesn't mean that Trump is guilty because he had him a few times at Mar-a-Lago and shake hands with him in a high five and had a steak dinner or a Big Mac or whatever it was. So I just because they're on a list means they're on a list because they were with him. Now, if they were with him at the island, then that can open up a can of worms. But that still wouldn't make them guilty of any kind of crimes, or any kind of sexual, contact with them or sex trafficking and all, right? So, the other day said that Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player all times, was on the list. I say no. And if he was, it doesn't mean he was any crime. And I'll go farther. If he was there on the island, so no, I would have to disagree, but I appreciate the comment. Yeah. And that's where we're at. 100 names weren't named. Well, apparently she has all the names. Maxwell. When I say she, Maxwell. She has the names. We'll see. Janine, you get the 2 high 5 fist bumps. Only 2 names, Epstein and Maxwell at this time. Facts. One's not with us anymore. Could be with us, probably not, for other reasons. And the other one's serving 17 years to go in prison. That's right. 2. Now, to follow up, she claims she has 100 names. Could we get half of that? Maybe. Thank you for sharing that, Janine. Chris Flores, how are you? How come they didn't release the list under Biden's watch? Fair comment. From Mike M. Fair comment. Why didn't they? Why didn't they release the list with Biden? He had 4 years to do it. Jimmy. Reading Jimmy's comment. Yeah, I hear you, Jimmy. Dan, how are you, Dan? Thank you. Mr. White, how are you? Janine says, funny the Democrats are so worried about it now. Absolutely. See, that's the whole thing, Janine. That's what brings me back to how Elon, just my opinion, Janine. This is where I think he kind of, some of this set this up. I could be off on this, but to just have this out there, and cause problems between the parties, which we already have, and just cause some chaos, and if we can bring it back, but we can't. I just wish that here we go again. I wish Pam Bondi would have just said, God bless America, Dan. God bless you and your family. I wish that Pam Bondi would have just came out and said, here's the list. Here's what we have. Bada boom, bada bing. that would have probably and that would have changed everything right now. And not everything, but a lot of it. But it didn't happen. Yeah. Yep. Do you think Trump is guilty? Guilty of what, Juan? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Your comment. Guilty of what? Guilty of any, activities with these women? No, he's not guilty. Now, is he guilty of what? He's not guilty of anything. He socialized and had Elon Musk, him too. Had Jeffrey Epstein at the not the Oval Office, but he had him over there, and Mar-a-Lago had a brain freeze there. But guilty of what? Trump has not been guilty of anything. Okay? He has not been guilty of the 34. There's no thing he's been guilty of. We can argue that he's hit a couple bumps. He's not human. He has a big mouth at times. You can argue that. I would go back and forth with you on that for a minute. You can argue that he fumbled a little bit on this Jeffrey Epstein. But guilty, what is he guilty of? I'm just being honest. You can argue that he didn't have great communication with Pam Bondi. Let me continue, alluding to the Jeffrey Epstein files. The he was busy with a lot of things. You can debate on that with me, but what is he guilty of? Nothing. Ungats in Italian. He's not guilty of anything. You know that, I know that, and the rest of us know that. You don't have to like Trump. You could say he's handling the tariff tax, this, that, whatever. That's fine, but guilty. So, I'll go a little farther. Bill Clinton, even though he had a dress on, photos, high heel shoes, Maribel said, dressed as a woman. That's a whole nother story. We'll leave it at that. But I'll go another, just because Bill Clinton had Jeffrey Epstein 17 times, he might be guilty of other things. But what would make him guilty of doing things with these young women? He's not guilty either. It's not about being fair, realistic. He's not guilty. Like Janine said 5 minutes ago. The only two that are guilty is this piece of shit Maxwell and Epstein, who's not with us anymore. Some say he's still with us, but I doubt it. And those are facts. And another facts are, sorry about that. Another facts is this woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, tortured these women. I mean, that's out there. She's guilty. Massaging them, brainwashing them, just making them feel awful, and then taking the biggest step and bringing them to an island and sex trafficking. I mean, who does that stuff? Sick people. And when you do those crimes on anybody, not just kids, could have been ours. You deserve life in prison. Absolutely, Ozzy. Read that comment. It's I'll try to read it. Any man married to Hillary may wear a dress. Well, absolutely, Ozzy. You probably would too. I might too. But it doesn't make him guilty of, let me continue, don't add words like CNN. He was guilty on other things. Monica Lewinsky, whatever her name was. But he's not guilty of any crimes with Jeffrey Epstein. And it makes him look terribly bad, though, having Mr. Epstein and Maxwell at the White House. It doesn't look good. But doesn't mean he's guilty. Not at all. Now, I think Epstein put a lot of money in the Clinton funds. They should track the money. See, we're doing the wrong stuff. What they need to do, here's how you get the names. Track the fazools. Money. Track the money. Find out where the money went. Right? Epstein, the Clinton Foundation, right? Track money. See if Trump, I'll throw it out there. Was there any money from Trump? Track the money. Money doesn't lie. Track the money. We got AI. If there's any movie star or football player or hockey player or anybody out there, track the money. Track them. Track him or her. Track it down. That tells you everything. Why don't we do that? Where's the FBI on that? Think about it. So, Epstein made his money in the stock market, I believe. He was donated some money, and I forget who the hell it was. Lemon J, you still on here? I hate to bother you. Somebody left him. I just don't. I left him money, and that's how he got his money. He was a math teacher. No defense, he's in New York. I'm sure he was getting paid some decent money, but he got money. Somebody left him some money, and that's how he got started. Yeah, Epstein he was a math teacher in New York, but I forget that somebody he met liked Epstein, and I don't mean like that, but liked him a lot, or maybe like that, money. Yeah, but who was it, Sydney? Who was the person who left him the money? I don't have my iPad. Yeah, 2 billionaires, but who? Who was that 1 billionaire? Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. You asked that twice, yes. But I'll call Trump out when I have to. That's right. There you go, Robert. Thank you, Robert. Where did Robert go? Victoria Deck. That's it. That's it, Robert. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, there you go. And I think that's how it kind of got started. You know, what's out there. And that's how and then the rest is his history. Scumbag he is. He's a scumbag. Yeah, what a piece of, I could say other names, but I won't. I can't. Yeah. Adriana, how are you? Thank you, Janine. Absolutely, Eric. Yeah. Yeah, so he was just saying, and Tucker, might be a little bit right, because there is, I mean, it's out there, guys. You could go ahead and Google it, and he, the prime minister of Israel at the time, there was ties with Jeffrey Epstein. That he went to the island and everything. So you can't blame Tucker Carlson for mentioning a possible. A lot of people feel that Jeffrey Epstein was playing everybody. We talked about Elon playing both parties. On my thumbnail, I got Elon Musk. Now, if you're new, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. If it's your first time here, let us know if you're new. But I talked about Elon Musk playing both parties. Jeffrey Epstein was playing everybody. Maybe. He could have been playing everybody. Trump, Clintons, Biden's. What if Trump pardons Maxwell? Don't even go there. It'll be a total disaster for Trump. No doubt. Street talk. No hiding behind a tie today. Street talk, it would be over for Trump. No question. Now, you can disagree. I love you. It'd be not over, like as far as impeachment. It would hurt. He can't do it. Could not pardon her, this woman, because everything I just said. Just can't have it. Reduced sentence? Possible. But not from Trump. Frank Eagle, have a good day. And it will not happen. Lighter sentence? Maybe. That's probably what's going to happen. Reduced sentence. I don't agree on that child trafficking. I'm not agreeing with the guys. I'm just being realistic. A lighter sentence if she releases names, and Trump can play her too. But if she releases some valid information that Trump and Pam Bondi do not have present at the time, and she gives out 10 names, got to be about 10 important names, then a reduced sentence, 5 years. Am I for it? No. But realistically, that could happen. 5 years sentence reduced. 10 years, I'll be pissed. Because this is something, guys, that's been proven that she's done. She's been prosecuted for 20 years, right? So she can't walk out scot-free because, you're not talking about stealing a car, and don't go out and steal a car. You're not talking about narcotics, and don't do narcotics. You're not talking about inflating the ball, Tom Brady, right? You're not talking about lying, right? You're not talking about, you're talking about a serious crime, sex trafficking with young children. She deserves every minute and more. But if it brings out some closure and the victims and the parents agree, and the families and these young ladies, they're older now, agree on a reduced sentence of 5 years, 8 years, then I guess we have to swallow it and we get some more comfort in names, Barbara. Hello? Then yes. But not to walk out. No way. No pardon. That would be a lighter sentence. What's up? Doing good, Barbara. Christy, how are you? Yeah. Nate, how are you? Breaking news. Christine Maxwell. See, every 5 minutes, my phone lights up. Breaking news. Breaking news. It's either Tulsi Gabbard with more information, which I believe 85-90% of it, and then it's the Epstein file. She hasn't been given any limited pardons. She's been able to come out from the jail. That's all. There's nothing. I read that comment. And Trump, let's make it clear. Trump did not say he would pardon. He didn't say it was out of the question. That's all. And he probably shouldn't bring it up at all. But that's just my opinion. Why impeach? See, here we go with the impeachment. Oh, you're talking about Nixon. Oh, okay. Nixon. All right. So anyhow. But again, if you're just coming in, as Janine said earlier, there's only 2 people right now who are guilty of these horrific crimes with the Epstein. And that is Christine Maxwell, and one person is not with us anymore. And that's Epstein. Trump is 225 pounds. He does look a little heavier, right? I thought I heard him say he's going to hit the gym lately. Maybe he'll go in and do some... I don't think he's a lot heavier, though. A little heavier. More like 276 pounds? Is he that heavy? Is he that heavy? Somebody Google Donald Trump's weight. 6'3", 225. That's what I thought. I thought I heard 225, 220, 230 maybe. Ambler, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you. What's his weight? We know this. His mind is sharp, Debbie. Hello, Debbie. Not like our former committee. 350. 350. I am a woman and I support Trump. Thank you, Topaz Smith. Appreciate your comment. 224 pounds in April. Thank you, Lemon J. Appreciate you. And for listening, thank you so much, Lemon J. Joshua, how are you? Hey, I'm having a great day. Thank you. I appreciate that, Daniel Collins. Hey, thank you. Hope you're having a blessed day and a good day. Can he run again? Yes, he can run, but he will not. Well, at least he said it. Speaking of April, I think back in April he said he wasn't. He could run in a third term. He can. You're all delusional. A third term. He can run a third term. Mitch, what's going on? All right. Absolutely, Janine. Are you tired, Debbie? I appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. It was a good conversation. Once again, anything's possible as far as Elon Musk third party. In my view, I think he was playing both parties. Was once a Democrat, supported Trump and MAGA, and things went sour. And he loves what's going on right now because you have a lot of finger pointing at Barack Obama and Tulsi Gabbard open up and exposing allegedly a hoax, interference, and then you have the Epstein files. A lot of people are tired of hearing about it, including myself. But, we got to remember, these are young ladies. People want justice. The families want justice. And we probably will get some justice. But right now, as Janine says, there's only two who are guilty, and that is this piece of shit, Maxwell, and Epstein, who's not with us. But if Trump pardons, it would really destroy Trump in my eyes. It cannot happen. There was a mayor, Mike M. You here, Mike M. Who was that mayor in New Mexico? Who was that mayor who ran a third term? Trump can run a third term. He can do it. But he made it clear he will not. And he's going to leave the doors open for his future Republican candidates. Mitch says arrest Obama. Mitch, unfortunately, you won't see it because Trump signed into law, so it will not happen. Hillary, maybe. James Clapper, maybe. Some other names might get held responsible. They may be looking at some time. But I unfortunately, even though I feel Barack Obama did involve the hoax made-up story, he will not serve any time. I'm just being honest. So, what president ran 3 terms on here? There was a president who ran a third term. Let's see here. Trump could run. Middle J. There you go. Roosevelt. Marty Chavez. Thank you, Mike M. Marty Chavez. He was a mayor in New Mexico. That's right. Thank you, Mike. Have a great day, guys. Samuel, Samori. Ardell, what's going on? Now, will Trump do it? Probably not. He's already made it clear he's not, but he can change his mind. He does that a lot. He changes his mind. So, if he doesn't change his mind, no, ladies and gentlemen, and it's opening the door to Tulsi Gabbard, Roosevelt's the right answer. Thank you, John. And he says, and he leaves it open for somebody else. So, Ozzy, thank you so much. Third term is a charm. Thank you for the 4748. Love the numbers. Thank you for the donation, and we appreciate that donation for the homeless here, fighting homelessness here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you so much, Ozzy. You rock so much. High five, fist bump. Appreciate you, my friend. He wants to leave the door open, and if he doesn't run, which I don't think he will, and one of these other names we mentioned on this live for almost 2 hours, and Elon did play Donald Trump in the Democrat Party, then it could open the door, possible, to a new independent president, American party. Could. And the reason is because right now, not a lot of us on here, I'm not calling out any MAGA on here, but there is Republican MAGA and moderate Democrats are all kind of mixed up. Some Democrats are still with Trump. Some aren't. Some MAGA, most of them are with Trump, but some are like, I don't know. If this comes out the wrong way, then I might not vote again. I'm just telling you what I hear. And that could lead to a middle party. If it continues on the way we're going, week after week on the Epstein files, and now lately, Tulsi Gabbard with the Bill Clinton. Excuse me, Bill Clinton. I apologize. Barack Obama. Oh, man, I got bit. Shit. When I say Bill Clinton, stuff was going to come out. And Roosevelt, yes. Roosevelt was the right answer. I don't know what the hell kind of stogie I got here. Somebody gave it to me. It's a Dominican cigar. Medium to full body. Some coconut in there. Hello, hello. The temperature is, man, I got bit, Mike. Right now, Mike, about 80. I think the high is going to be about 85. Or, excuse me, 95. But, you know, for July, Mike, it's usually 110, 115 sometimes. So, the question was about the weather here in Las Vegas, so it's been pretty good. But I know back east is hot. Yeah. No, I like my stupid cigars, Jonathan. Bongino Bombshell coming. Lemonhead. There you go. There's a name. 95, yeah. There you go. Yep. Thank you. Now, thank you, moderators. Appreciate it. Once again, Ozzy, thank you for sponsoring today's live. We appreciate you, Ozzy. Shout out to Ozzy. Mike M, thank you for being here and helping out today. Lemon J, thank you for looking up your information on the weight of Trump, at least in April. Jenny, thank you for everything you do. Appreciate you. Don't Peek, thank you if you're still here. If I missed any of the moderators, I apologize. Thank you all new subscribers, older subscribers. I'm Sal. Thank you so much. Just my opinion, guys, on the Trump administration and where we go forward with the Republican Party as far as the Democrat Party. Unless somebody comes out of nowhere and changes their ways, they're finished for a long time. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. Have a very safe, productive Saturday. Enjoy yourself. I will see you on the next live unless there's some kind of breaking news on anything out there. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. See you people later. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Middle J, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lemon J. Beautiful beast. Love the name. Keep being a beast that you are. Mike H, always good to see you. All right. Cover up. Eric. All right, see you guys later. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you. Maybe, Lemonhead. Maybe. You'll be my concierge. Take care. A great live. Thank you, guys.